Hey, gorgeous woman or women. Hey, Chris, that's my husband. I'm just resting here at the end of a very big week. Ever since we arrived back from the States, oh my gosh, it's been busy. And some of you know I'm dealing with my dad and his illness. I don't like to usually use that word, but I was sitting here and just resting and reflecting, and I watched someone's video, and she was talking about with each new level you hit this resistance, or there's this massive level that you've got to go through, and all these fears come up. And I just wanted to say that whilst that can be true for many people to a degree, and I did go through that myself in my own business and my life, where another level would come up, another layer, something that needed to be healed. I remember when I started really making money, I started having paranoia attacks. They just came out of the blue. And I would feel like I was going to lose something, whether it was my husband, my daughter, my marriage. There would be an accident, touch wood, something like that. I was going to lose something. And that really came up around, it's another level, a layer of sacrifice, that if you start to receive a lot more in some way, I've got to pay the price. So I sort of did that with this overgiving, not allowing myself, hey, Robert, not allowing myself, I'm just having a serious conversation here, so I'm going to stay with this, not allowing myself really to deeply receive. There was always some payment that I had to make for that. So when I started to allow myself to make money, these other sort of fears came up. But I've been working deeply on myself, and I shared this with some of my clients today and some friends, and that is allowing ourselves to really transform and grow, and allowing it to be a really gentle, much more gentle and loving and forgiving and sacred process. So we can do that by literally, I just connect to the divine and creator, and I literally have learned how to almost energetically completely flip a switch within me. We're conditioned that, that growth has to be almost like this painful, arduous experience, that life is painful. And whilst life could be deeply humbling, and we will experience pain, and when we experience pain, we learn to have more gratitude. We learn from pain. Absolutely. We learn what we don't want. We learn to be more grateful. That sort of pain can bring us to our knees, and it cracks us open, our hearts, and we grow and we evolve from it, if we choose to, right? But if you're getting what I'm saying, like as I'm rising up, my level of commitment to the service, my level of commitment to helping women rise into economic and spiritual deep power to go on and serving others has been this sacred journey. And as I've worked through sort of the layers, it just cracks open my heart. Like, I don't really have a lot of fear at all. My question is, what more can I do? Who do I need to be? What's the next level? What brings me into a higher level of dimension and helps me to really grow my business is also where I feel like, oh my God, I've reached a level and I want to help more people. So what do I package up? What do I create? What service can I offer that will allow more people to experience my work? And now I'm creating more programs and more digital offers because there's not enough of me to go around, right? And so that's really exciting. So, I'm going deeper into looking at paid traffic and my funnels. I mapped out a new program today because I just get to that level where I'm like, okay, I've reached a certain level. I'm ready to go to the next level, and I just want it done. So I put up a post. I'm literally being connected to some of the biggest funnel people around. I'm actually really pretty good at selling and sales and marketing and messaging, so I'm all over it, really. But then I wanted someone else on my team, so I'm actually bringing in quite a few people on my team. I want the best of the best, and I put out that intent, and I'm just flooded. I literally have a Google Doc full of people. I'm talking to all sorts of different people. I've already hired someone within 24 hours. I restructured my whole business, and I don't have fear any longer. I think the whole conversation of, I know that I've kind of programmed myself that the more I show up, the more authentic I am, that I can feel safe in that I will be nourished, that serving more people, being seen online, reaching people with my message is sacred, and what a blessing. So why would I have fear around it? Is anyone getting what I'm saying? It's like, I think there's so much illusion. So many people have those fears, and there's nothing wrong with it. And I've definitely, admitted to you that I've gone through it. But I'm just inviting you to allow yourself for life to be more gentle, for it to be more easy, to not buy into how everyone else is living it and their struggles. You don't have to struggle so much. It can be a lot more gentle. It starts with being gentle with ourselves. It starts with faith. It starts with trust. You get this, Joanne, right? So tired. So you just ask. You just set the intention. You just pray whatever you believe in. Pray, energetically attune to this. It can be gentle. It can. Thank you, Lisa. It can be easy. It can be fast. There's so many myths, like, that our ascension has to be difficult, that making money online has to be difficult, that charging 10 times more, having people, really pay you the big bucks is challenging. I have to lose 10 pounds. I have to be prettier. These are all the lies. These are all the things that aren't true, that society, other people's struggles condition us into believing, or we allow them to condition us. So whenever you see something, even now for me, what is really interesting is I'm just trying to be the most clearest, loving channel as I possibly can be. And whenever I see something or feel something that isn't in alignment with the openness and love, I can be really compassionate, but I don't take that on. That's not part of my reality. That is someone else's reality, and I've learned to disconnect from it. I am mindful in my central circle of who I hang around with. I cannot handle really intense, like, I'm a very fierce, loving person, but I am not good with negative, jealous, weird drama energies. I literally can't stand it. I'm not very good at holding space even for that with a client, to be honest. I'm like, let's snap out of it. Stay with me here. Stay with me here. Do not go into the jungle. Do not leave your body. Do not go into that chaos, because it's not going to serve you. So it's almost sometimes like a practice of learning how to do that. I've been there. I've done the jungle. I've done the crazy. I've done all of that. I've done the anger. I've done the freakouts. And I think really I didn't even know really completely how or what it felt like to live with that sense of grounded peace and connection. Oh, I love you so much, love that. You're so beautiful. And Joanne and everyone here. So what you can do is ask to energetically in this moment to download what it feels like to ascend and rise and make more money and have a deeper level of influence and grow and expand in a sense of safety and gentleness. So just tune into it. What would it feel like if growing your business, reaching more people, having more impact, was even in your personal life, what it would feel like to have more intimacy and love? What would that feel like if it was rich, if it was juicy, if it was like biting into your favorite piece of chocolate or a strawberry or whatever you're into, right? What's that feeling like when you're in a state of pleasure and you just say, I now command that. I now welcome that into my life. It doesn't mean that sometimes we don't have struggle. I'm not saying that it's bad to have fear. Absolutely not. But absolutely not. I've worked very diligently on creating a vibration. I'm just like, life's short, guys. We come in and go out very quickly. I suppose that's what death and having my dad being, very sick is teaching me even more deeply. And I don't want to waste a moment being that scared drama queen that I used to be, I can assure you, because life is just so precious. So years ago, when I was really clearing the way for my own ascension, it really came from just having enough. I was like, okay, I'm enough with this, enough with this. And what did I do? I let go of a lot of people. I cleared the way, and I just decided that I was going up here and that I didn't need anyone to join me or validate me. I just decided. It was a deep soul sacred vow that I made. So allow it to be more gentle. You can just simply say, I now allow myself to have a more gentle, loving, abundant, rich, easier ascension into inherent riches, into love, into connection. Because you're really worth it. You're really divinely just so worth it. Just because you're alive. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to validate yourself. It just is. That is the truth. That's the inherent truth. Right? We don't need to read 1,000,000 books. You don't need to go to therapy for the next 3 years. You just are sublime. You just are exquisite. Allow yourself to receive. Right? Anyway, guys, I'm going to keep resting and just sending you so much love.